Yeah, so this day we're counting magnetic storms for the awards, and it's turned out to be quite fun. But here we are. This is round 2. We have Ninja playing under the name Crook Brother 4. We have G-Fox, Hexapus, and Silver. We're on Sirius. We have Electronics Colony. What do you think about this map, Lahi?
Okay, I see a nice start, nice food start because steel is cheap and food is expensive. However, there are not
I like
many.
Nomad. Yeah. And also, I like Nomads.
Yeah, Nomad is also great because glass is expensive and electronics is cheap, so you can make glass easily and sell it down to buy the things it need for electronics. That being said, because the colony is consuming 1 electronics per second, their late game upgrade might be expensive and they might end up producing it.
G-Fox and Hexabus did the same thing here. They spent all their money on electronics, so they sit on 40 each, even though only need 20. That's because they know it's an electronics colony, so but just letting it sit there, it will appreciate a bit in value. Fourth found, Silver found as a robotic. He will have a difficult time with water, I think. What do you think about the elite, by the way? We kind of didn't discuss that.
Elite found. It's an interesting elite found. I am not fond of going into one metal mine here. Because although elite will need steel, iron to make steel, they getting a density bonus for this high food price is going to pay off more in the short term. And when they get the upgrade, now they can place steel mill and iron mine, and it's not going to be too late. Iron price is not going to spike, so there's no urgent need to secure this.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the HQ1 Magnetic Storm. It kind of feels like giving up.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, I have no chance, so I might as well go for the award. But the only way to truly not have a chance is to have an attitude like that, I think.
Yeah.
You have to at least try. And yeah, Glass Kills getting a freeze there. Hexapus freezing is the other Nomad. And that's a really solid freeze. This is gonna hurt a lot for G-Fox, I think.
Yeah, because there are only 2 producers or 1 yet, I guess.
Where's surplus?
Oh, okay. So, because there are only 2 producers, if you freeze this glass, then all the money in the market becomes the hexapuses, and it's going to help greatly with hexapus. And G-Fox commitment in the glass is not going to pay off as he might have thought.
How does our surplus impact the game?
Surplus on electronics is going to help Nomads upgrade, and because nobody is producing electronics, they'll be happy with it. They can build patent lab, optimization center, and not faced with 200 electronics by the time they want to build this.
Yeah, I think it's very beneficial. I thought Nomads were the strongest found, and then they get this extra bonus. And yeah, they still haven't even started collecting money in food. There's so much money to be collected in food. Oh, Silver went into a life support market, but he chose reactors. I think I would much prefer food here.
Yeah. Currently, Colony is consuming 0.4 fuel, but we have to keep in mind that all these HQs, elite, nomads, they consume food too, and they don't consume fuel. They consume fuel if they ship, but there's not much shipping going on, being nomads and having a close proximity shipping. So this reactor is not going to be making money for a long time, and also it's more power hungry than food. It consumes 3 times more power compared to food, and now food makes more money.
Yeah. And this power issue is real, by the way. We had an explosion at the colony, or whatever it was, the one that rises power, and it's really high now. So yeah, I would definitely look maybe even a triple nuclear plant at this point. Try to get some power money.
Yeah, Hexapus.
Of course, still a lot of food money though. So I don't know.
Yeah. Hexapus has as double and has 40k debt, but because no other players are contesting this market a lot, Hexapus might end up getting power money. He already reduced 5k in his debt.
Yeah.
This debt is melting.
Yeah. It is. And the price isn't even dropping.
Yeah, exactly. Ninja is making... has made one single solar panel, but this is not enough.
Oh. Yeah, and he's done an interesting advanced building choice here. And it's a very common choice, but I think it's a bit too early here.
Yeah.
Especially since you're not committed in one resource. Maybe if you had at least... I mean, no, not with these camp prices, even if you had more. But what are you going to optimize? You can optimize food because you only have one farm. You can't optimize power because you only have one solar panel. You can't optimize steel because the price is terrible.
Yeah, the problem
If you had a
is...
triangle of food, I wouldn't hate this as much.
The problem
because then you
is...
can upgrade food and... Okay, what's the problem?
Ninja, while optimization is a very great building and also much greater for an elite, even though Ninja optimized food, they only have one farm, and the amount of boost they get from that is not much.
No.
And also, they need money to run this building.
That's what I said. Yeah. Both of those is what I said. So, I guess if you want to salvage this, what you do is scrap these steel mills, make double food, and optimize it.
Yeah.
But even better, don't build that building on HQ2.
HQ3 maybe, but HQ2 is too early.
Yeah.
Let's see how much money they got from Glass Market. Hexapus has got 28k, GFox has got 37k. Looks like they had enough profit from it, accounting the purchase and the sold.
I'm surprised to see... Okay, there we go. GFox responding to power. I was surprised to see so little response to it.
And now there's power. But Hexapus has, I believe, has gotten significant amount of money from it. Has sold 138k from power. I believe,
yeah, he has 5 nuclear plants.
Yeah, I believe 40 of them
realized
was
that nobody else was contesting it, so just commit heavily. That's why Silicon sprang too, I think.
Yeah.
Luckily it's collecting so much.
The black market is online.
Yeah, I like Hexapus spot here. If silver upgrades, you might be able to go for a majority buy.
Silver has built a pattern app, but it is not running. So
And Ninja has been doing a few optimizations now. Power and water.
I think that's a very weak patent and optimization choices.
Yeah. I mean, silicon is kind of fine.
Yeah. At
But
this
yeah,
price.
I mean, if you upgrade, you can't have one of something and then optimize it. I think, in general.
So when you start getting patents, or building patent lab or getting an optimization center, they should be ready to use it, because otherwise the tile they just use is going to be exposed to black market attacks like mutiny, and also you need, if you don't use it, it's a dead tile, and in this game, when tile is a very important resource to manage, having an empty idle tile is a big disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely. So, how many of the maps you show are nomad maps? Because wouldn't it be interesting to have no nomad maps when there's this many magnetic storms going on? I just realized that everyone's getting stormed all the time. That really favors nomads who generally don't have to ship as much. It wouldn't be fun to only have like elite and scientists found
Yeah.
this day.
Sold.
My script prioritized, oh, if this has scientific or elite, put it. But I didn't consider anything about nomad.
Okay. What do you think about the uranium price?
Uranium price has exploded, and were people harvesting it? I don't think so. So this is also a common phenomenon of series, because
Pilots.
uranium is not used so often. People skip uranium, and when the power is high, and that is a very good play. However, when that everyone does it, this happens.
Yeah. Hexapus did fun on it, but it's very awkward because it's in the middle of a line.
That
So
means,
only he can really use it is if that's a mine and the other two are optimization centers. some
well,
information like
Hexapus
that.
is a nomad. He can return one claim and use it, put it on the
Oh,
other side.
yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah, this high uranium is going to make $390 per second.
Yeah, he does have a medium. Maybe I prefer to put him a neighbor there on the cave.
That makes sense too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it really feels like a 1 versus 1 here between Hexapus and G-Fox, and I much prefer Hexapus because he went to the power, which means got a lot of money from it, and he has no debt. So his stock price is like $10 more than G-Fox, and he's already going for the throat.
Yeah, this forces J-Fox to spend money on defending themselves, which will delay J-Fox paying down of debt, J-Fox upgrade, and Hexapus. This money, he's not using it for anything else. So I think that's a great usage of the money, giving the pressure when they cannot afford getting defending, or they can afford, but it's going to slow them down.
So I think if you compare this series game to the last one, this is much more seriousy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't expect, or hope at least, not to see any off-worlds this game, even though, wow, Oxygen is such a good launch right now. But not as good as just optimizing things and producing them.
Yeah, electronics at
Like
400, chem 300.
Yeah, just power 200 is insane.
Yeah.
So patents are good, optimizations are good, claims are good. There's no way to get a claim and oh, you can use oxygen tile actually. Maybe that would be something for Hexapus here, because all his opponents are in D. What if Hexapus just auctions a claim? Because nobody else will want to buy it. And oh, I think they're gonna finish this. Silver reacting a bit too slowly here.
Yeah, Hexapus.
Yeah, they have this. They have it. Click. Oh no, that's strange.
This is the
Hexapus
bot
definitely
on
had time to
silver.
click. Yeah. He shouldn't have though, because the bottom was red. There's
Yeah.
no more delay.
Everything.
Okay, still really cheap stock. I would prefer going for G-Fox personally.
At this point, I
It's
think
much more threatening.
like this is the and Hexapus is the only person who's making power money. So these other players should be reacting to this power price, because paying debt using power is the most effective and most cheapest way of paying debt, and also it denies this power money Hexapus is getting and has been getting. However, we don't see much production from those players, either because they did not commit much into it, or because Hexapus has been freezing all this power production.
Yeah, he's been good with that. Hexabus really putting on a show here.
The black market is open for business.
I don't like that it's going for silver though. Yeah. Why do you think he did that?
Well, he has committed 5 stocks already. So, well, selling out might cost him. So maybe just finish his buy and continue on to GFox maybe?
Have advanced our production.
Yeah. Oh, I wish he would have gotten financial instruments before he scrapped his patent land.
Yeah, it would have made great money.
Yeah.
At this point, there's nothing GFox can do. There's so much stock price difference.
Yeah. So I think for GFox, he ignored power a bit too long.
Yeah.
And he stalled heavily on HQ4.
Nuke for sale. Underground
I do like the
nuclear
timing of
for
his
sale.
optimization center. I'm not sure why exactly stalled on HQ4. But it definitely ignored power way too long.
Unclaimed.
Yeah, in off-road,
When he finally got into it, it might have been undefended, or at least not greatly defended, because Hexabus has been hitting him a lot.
oh, I'm losing connection. I hope it's going to
Oh no.
catch up. It has caught up. GFox has been bought, and now it's between Hexapus and Ninja. So in off-road,
Yeah.
managing power at the point where the first power spike hits is very important, and it's often acts as a decider of the game.